Good evening, all. Welcome to Divination Station TV. Thank you for joining. This is Liz Whitaker on Three of Cups, Divine Arts. Please, I'll just wait for a couple people to pop on here. I'm going to share the broadcast out, so bear with me. And we are going to be looking at the threes of the tarot today. You don't need to hear me twice. Again, let me just share this out. And how's everybody doing today? Caitlin, hello. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for joining. I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, share this out a couple places. Okay. So I'm Liz Whitaker of Divination Station Tarot. I will go ahead and post my link shortly. I do want to let you know we are going over the threes of the tarot today. So we've gone through the aces and the twos. So now we're going to look at the threes. Again, thank you for joining on Three of Cups Divine Arts. Oh, me too, Marianne. I had a heck of a weekend. I am definitely sleepy. So as you join, please say hi. Let me know you're here. And once you've shared, comment hashtag shared, and I'll be sure to get you a card at the end of the broadcast. Perfect. Hi, Monica. Hi, Tina. How are you? It has been, I don't even know what to say about this past week and weekend. I am tired. I actually got in the shop today, as in Rising Goddess, and I did my first few appointments in person since like March. So that was good. It felt good to be back with people, even though it was a little more distance. We were all masked, so we're still being safe. But it was really good to get in person again. So if you are in the Buffalo area and you do want an appointment in person, let me know and we can schedule that. Still doing video readings. That's still fine as well. Okay, so again, when you pop on, please like, love, or wow react the video. Once you share it out, comment hashtag shared. Yes, I know. It was so good. It was so good to be back there. And that was draining. Yeah, everything is just draining. So I'm sending everybody energy to kind of make it through. It's only Monday. I don't know. It feels like Thursday already. I don't know. But yeah, so today we are going over the threes. Okay. So the threes in tarot, it's all about fruition, all about expansion and opening up, okay? It's about amplifying. So think about, the twos being, the aces is when, like, the plant comes up. The twos are when there's a couple leaves. And the threes when it really starts to really fill out its leaves, okay? It's really starting to really fill out. Things are coming to fruition. Good evening, Alex. You did. You made it. Erica, hello. Well, it's kind of, for me, it feels like it started with the eclipse and the full moon. I started to get heartburn really bad on Friday night, lasted all day Saturday, and I don't usually have like those issues. And then yesterday I had a tension headache that I could not get rid of. So all of these physical things are kind of coming up. So again, really take care of yourself. Really do some grounding, some cleansing. Really pay attention to that a little bit right now. Hi, Jennifer. How are ya? Yeah, really pay attention to that. Pay attention to your body. You know, are you drinking enough? Are you eating enough? Are you disassociating and staring at a wall for an hour? That's kind of what I did yesterday. But I was able to kind of rein it back in and like, I gotta, you know, do my dishes and get ready for the week. So really, again, be kind to yourself, okay? There's a lot of things still going on. Okay, so the 3s. Expansion. Hi, Leanna. Expansion, opening up. So think of, oh yeah, heck yeah. Naps are awesome. Amplifying. 3s amplify. And if you do a reading, and again, like if you see, I always pay attention to how many come up. So if there are 3 3s, that actually means deceit. So it's kind of like a negative, and a positive make a negative, or a negative, I don't know. And 4 3s is a strategic plan in place. Alex, that sounds amazing, especially the cheese part right now. So 3s are all about kind of a grouping together, working together, cooperation, all of that. So we'll look at the 3 of Wands first. So here in the Rider-Waite-Smith, we have a figure. We see his back, and he's in between these 3 upright wands, and he's looking out at the desert. So it's like he's looking to take his next step and expand his journey. It's validation. It's effort, often solo. So if you are looking to, you know, open a business solo and this pops up, that's a good sign. It's a really good omen for small businesses. It's productivity. Remember, wands are energy. 3s, yeah. So the angel number of 3. And you kind of notice those synchronicities. Success, again, after hard work. So again, wands are fire, so they're still energy. So it's like it's like that potential energy waiting to be released. So it's like waiting to take that next step. Making moves. If it comes up in a relationship reading, it can mean hesitance. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. You know, you think hesitant in a relationship and you think, oh, someone's holding back, but it might not be a bad thing. Especially if, you know, you tend to run into things very quickly. Reserving some of that energy can actually be very helpful. And then we have the 3 of Wands in the Tarot de Marseille deck. So again, with these, it really depends on what's around it and how, like, what direction. So this is the 3 of Wands in the Tarot de Marseille. Again, really upright, kind of like in your face. And yet it kind of looks like a wheel. Like it kind of still looks stable. And then we have the 3 of Wands in the Thoth deck. So you'll see it has that same configuration. But it's a little bit more, it tells a little bit more of a story than this guy. You know, you see the general configuration there, but you also get the idea of that fire energy, right? You have the reds. You see the Aries sign down here. So you can, and it's virtue. So all of the pick cards in the Thoth deck are going to have that keyword. So it's virtue. So how does that fit in with what we talked about for here, right? Oh, Tina, I got to start bringing in some of my decks because I have a few more on the way too. And we can kind of play deck show and tell. So virtue, validation, effort. That's kind of how virtue shows up here. And you, like I said, you have that red energy. You have the sun up here. This is, and the Three of Wands is actually the card for the second decan of Aries. We haven't dove too much into, except for the majors, with astrology and tarot. But real quick, a decan is 10 degrees in each degree. Each sign is 30 degrees. Each 10-degree little slice has a specific card, a specific name, and specific correspondences. So it gets really like deep. So I happen to know, because this is my decan card, that it is represented by the sun and by Aries. So how does that kind of factor into the card too? So Aries have a lot of that energy, but we do tend to look forward somewhat. I know it doesn't seem like it before we go. Okay. So that is the Three of Wands. And you see the sun up here and then the Aries down there. Hi, Katie. All right. And I'm keeping a running list down here. So Three of Cups. So Three of Cups has a completely different energy, even though it shares that same energy of the threes, that fruition, that success. Three of Cups is celebration, jubilee, merriment, good fortune, and good company. So when this card comes up, it usually means that you find happiness and solace in groups, especially groups of women. There's three women there. So, right, we have the triple goddess. So, which would be maiden, mother, crone. Any of those aspects that you want to assign. Also, the three fates, which I cannot pull out of my brain right now, but it's the three fates that weave the thread, or that spin the thread, that wind the thread, and that cut the thread. That's it. So we have those three fates. We also, so that divine feminine energy can also be a warning about boundary issues, because they're all very entangled. They're all very entwined, which can be great. You know, it's a great energy. It's a great, release. It's fun. Heck, it's just fun to go out, have some drinks, kind of forget about, I don't know, literally everything at this point, and just have some fun. But there can be that that idea of too much. And really watching boundaries, okay? And so it can be like thankful, coming together and being thankful, because we have the kind of harvest fruits down here, harvest vegetables, and a lot of the red. So we have the red is passion, yellow is happiness, and white is purity. So we have those three aspects as well. Oh my gosh, am I blushing? Guys, come on. Three of Cups in the Tarot de Marseille, it still has that feeling of overflow. It still has, I'm thinking of like the when they set up the champagne glasses at like fancy parties, or in like Gossip Girl or something, when they're at a party and then the champagne flows down, the champagne fountain, and it kind of flows down, and it's like that never-ending cycle. That's what this one reminds me of. So, again, we still have that idea we still have that idea of overflowing happiness and emotion. So this is emotion. So that happiness. And again, it's going to show right here and in the Tarot de Marseille. Maybe that's why I got that image when I looked at that one, because I had this one in my head. This is literally that, right? It's that literal champagne fountain. And the word, and down here, it is abundance. So that's really easy to see. That's a really easy keyword to put across all of them, is that abundance, because you really get that feeling. And are they... Okay, and then you have Mercury up here. So it's represented by Mercury, and that's the only little sign I see here. Or that might be Cancer down there, but it's a little, or it might just be a little smudge and I'm really looking too deep into everything. Welcome to tarot, right? So that's abundance. Also kind of reminds me of a hookah. Now that I'm looking at it like real up close and personal, which again is communal, it's sharing. I don't smoke things, but oh my God. So that's that Three of Cups energy. Oh, I forgot to show these. So Light Seers Tarot. So we'll take half a step back. So Three of Wands here. So again, very similar representation, but a little bit different, right? It's the same idea, you know, but we have this, you know, this woman looking to the waves, looking to the water. She's lit by, you know, torches, and she's really, it's like, I almost feel like she's waiting for her waves to come in, right? She knows what she wants to do, and she's saving her energy to catch that wave. All right. Sure. Natalie, I do cards at the end. So after the lesson, then I will do that. Then the cards come. Okay. And then Three of Cups here, again, this one feels very soft. And you don't quite get the, like, boundary issue that I can see sometimes with the Three of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith. So they're under the Big Dipper here, and really sharing that, really sharing a moment. It feels a little bit more intimate than the Three of Cups of the Rider-Waite-Smith. It feels a little bit more like sisters, like supporting sisters, okay? And not just sisters, okay? Intersectional, okay? I just want to point that out. You know, it really feels like there's a moment there. And then here we have the, you know, on her back there has that triskelion, which is, again, that symbol of kind of coming together. And now, let me just make sure I didn't forget anything there. Everyone's most favorite card, right? Three of Swords. It is one of the most recognizable images in tarot because it is so evocative. If you know, pop culture, you know, any, you know, show, Sabrina or Buffy or anything where a tarot card, Supernatural, where a tarot card pops up, this has a good chance of popping up. It's on stickers, it's on t-shirts, it's on all sorts of stuff. So it's one of the most popular images because, like, everybody can relate to it. Whether or not you know a damn thing about tarot, you can relate to what this means. So Three of Swords, strife, loss, sorrow, quite literally heartbreak, storm all around the heart. It's also the only sword, because remember, swords are our thoughts and how we communicate. They're not it's not the emotional suit. But this is the only card in the Suit of Swords that kind of brings that emotional content in and kind of puts them together. It's where the mind and the heart meet. Conflicts can arise because of ambition or aggression. Is you're almost putting your words before your heart. If that resonates, if that makes sense, you move too quickly because you don't really allow a plan to kind of unfold, and you just go for it. And then emotionally, you're like, that I've made a terrible mistake. It's also about rising above and healing. Is one of the things that I say when this card comes up it's not just this moment. This moment sucks. Just point blank, simple. This moment sucks. Whether it's getting broken up with, realizing a truth, realizing a truth, someone becoming clean, someone being honest, and the truth literally hurts sometimes, right? So it's not just that moment where the truth hurts, it's what we do after it, right? There's always cards that come after. So we can't sit here. You just can't. If you do, you're really losing out on a lot of actual life. Feeling your feelings is fine. Feelings are valid. But just sitting in that moment can be detrimental. And I also like to show, if someone really gets hung up on the card, if you flip it over, what are the swords going to do? They're going to fall out. There's nothing keeping them in. They're going to fall out. And after that, the wounds can heal. Hi, Don. And it's really about that healing too. How you move forward after you know the truth and allow yourself to heal. So 3 of Swords here. So we have that main center, the Sword of Truth coming down, and then everything supporting it. So I see this as the emotion supporting it. There we go. That's the one kind of pain in the ass thing about these cards, is you kind of don't know which way's up. So, but that's okay, because if it's coming down, it actually matches the, matches the downward motion here. But if it's up, we have that upright Sword of Truth. So either or, really, right? And then, we have those flowers blooming here. So it's what we do with that. Someday I'm going to learn the Tarot de Marseille better and be able to talk to the pip cards a little bit more. But that's a whole nother. Okay, so I think that's actually up. So looking at this, I think it's actually up because that's what's reflected here. That makes sense. Someday. Dawn, sure. At the end of the broadcast, at the end of the lesson, I do cards. I just ask that you do share the broadcast out. So share it to a page or a group, or tag someone in that you think that might be interested. And then once I'm done with talking about the 3s, then I do cards. So the 3 of Swords here, and again, we have that upright sword, and then the other are up here. So there's 2 here. So they kind of form this arc up here. So it's almost like this very precarious balance on here, and that's sorrow. So we have Libra there. So that makes sense, right? Balance, scales, Libra. And up here, if you can see it, it's Jupiter. It's a symbol for Jupiter. So it's represented by Jupiter and Libra. So Jupiter is that planet of expansion, right? So if Jupiter represents the Three of Swords, then it's expansion, expansion. But Libra is balance and truth, which can bring sorrow. So it's all taking in all of these little pieces here, right? So when you do share, if you could just let me know you shared. Hashtag shared is the easiest, because that puts a little thing at the top of your name. We also see this really nice like flower where everything's kind of coming in. But the card itself looks like there's a lot going on. And if you look kind of closer, it looks kind of like stormy clouds or stormy ocean. So you kind of get that idea of that that disruption from here too. And then the Three of Swords in the Light Seers deck. So this one is really intense. It's probably one of the darkest, most difficult energies visually in this deck. I mean, it's actually a heart being ripped to pieces. And, you know, the figure down here is in distress. Like, there's no other word for it. She's showing signs of distress. And here, you know, we have the quartz. So if you're familiar, so this reminds me of a couple things. Perfect. Gotcha. So it reminds me of the like red string in Kabbalah, in the Kabbalic mysticism, that everybody that you are kind of connected with, you're connected with a red string. It also reminds me of why we do cord cutting exercises with exes or people that we can't seem to get out of our head or our heart, or really like any of the energy centers, anything like that. That's why we do cord cutting. It's important. If that person isn't letting go, or if you're not letting go, you need to do that cord cutting exercises. And this illustrates why. It's that invisible thread that runs from us to the other person, okay? And you can also see that it's kind of getting stitched up, right? And that's how we heal. It takes time. If you cut yourself and you get stitches, it's going to heal. You know, it's going to look kind of nasty for a little bit. It's probably going to hurt. Then it's going to itch. Then you're going to think about it a little bit more. And then you can think about it a little bit less. You know, the skin might be a little bit tight. And then it's going to heal and maybe you'll have a scar. But the pain is gone, really. You know, you have the reminders. Actually, I have a scar here on my forehead. You can't see it in this light. But I had stitches in my forehead. And I found out actually a couple years ago that most Aries have a scar somewhere on their forehead or like upper face area. Generally from clumsy accidents when you're a kid. Generally from running around where you should not be running around. Yeah. So I got one. So that's a little interesting aside about me and Aries in general. Okay. So next up is Three of Pentacles. And I think Three of Pentacles is almost the easiest to understand when we look at what threes mean in numerology. Fruition, cooperation, coming together. It's endorsement. It's recognition. It's arts and craftsmanship. Cooperation. Everyone has a role. So you look at the practical. Is the architect. Okay. The architect holds the plans. the spiritual is the monk here. He has the idea. So he wanted this work done in his church. He wanted this archwork done. But he knows he can't just do it, right? So he gets the architect to draw up the plans, to draft the plans. But neither one of them can do the work, so they get the craftsman. They get the craftsman involved. And he does the work. So he does the work after the support here. None of them individually can make this happen. But together, they have this beautiful new archway. And that is probably the most clear-cut of the threes, you know, where everything is really kind of laid out. Okay? Everybody has their part. And don't be afraid. It's not delegation. You're not asking somebody to do your work. You're just reaching out to somebody that has a specialty. Yes, Jamie. And pentacles are that earth energy. It's grounding, right? It's practical. And then, again, we have the three, probably that way. The Three of Pentacles and the Tarot de Marseille. Gotcha. Hi, Caitlin. Okay. I keep a list going over here. So that's, you know, it looks like that solid foundation, right? And threes make a triangle, okay, which is a solid foundation, it's the fewest sides that a structure can have. So it's stability. And that is also shown here. Awesome. Thank you. So the Three of Pentacles in the Thoth deck. So up here, we have Mars. So it has that Mars energy, right? Which is kind of like really moving forward and being very driven, ambitious. Those are like Mars traits. And then down here, we have Capricorn, right? Capricorn is very organized. So it's very organized and very driven. And then you can make this stable figure. And the key word is works. Works. So that makes sense with, you know, the Capricorn right there. I'm just looking at those. It looks to me like cut bamboo. I'm sure it's not, but and wheels, so those look like wheels to me. So that's the Three of Pentacles in the Thoth deck. And then in the Light Seers deck, you know, we really have a different take on it. It's cooperative, but it's really warm. And it reminds me of the Swedish word for cozy, the hygge, Hygge. It really reminds me of that. It feels really cozy, really warm. Like they're gonna have hot chocolate after this family like craft night. So we see, you know, he's holding this up. She's got the colored threads here, and she's kind of weaving it in. So everybody's doing their part to make this beautiful wall hanging tapestry, macrame. So they're all working together and doing their part. So those are the threes. And you can kind of see how the journey of the suit kind of progresses. You know, we go from the ace, that pure energy of the suit. And then the two is the binary energy. It's the this or that. It's the, you know, going this way or that way. We have a choice. Threes, we come together. And even if this is even coming together. Truth is coming together. So you're going to see that as we go through numerically. You're going to see the progression of the suits and how this journey goes and how it's represented in each of the, you know, the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. Each suit displays the journey a little bit different, and in its own little way. So for readings today, I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I know if you've watched me before, you've seen this deck. I've been using a lot the past couple months. I did also want to use it this month because it is Pride Month, and it is a more intersectional deck. And what that means is it has more colors, it has more sizes, it has more orientations. It's not just Rider-Waite-Smith does get it's very white. It's a very white deck. And there's reasons for that, right? I'm not knocking it. It just is. So now there are so many diverse decks. And that's really what I'm trying to show this month, in June being Pride Month. I'm really trying to focus on decks that have that diversity. I showed Next World Tarot last week. And this week I'm doing Light Seers. I have a couple on the way that I'm hoping to get before the month is over. If not, I have other ones I can use. That's okay. So this deck, and I'm doing the walkthrough, the deck walkthrough, as well as the card pulls, just instead of the tarot tip. So comes with a guidebook. Nice little guidebook. I like it because it has like this, expect miracles. I expect miracles. It has little like affirmations. So it can work as like an oracle deck, how they have the affirmations with them. So it's kind of cool. Like Page of Cups, the world is my flourishing oyster, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So if you pull a card, not only will you get the tarot version, but you get an affirmation to go with it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the cards, and you're going to see what I mean, hopefully, depending on what I pull, with the diversity of the deck. And when I pull the card, I'm going to do my, regular read, my regular intuitive read. And then I'm actually going to go through the book and I'm going to find the affirmation for you. How about that? Okay. So Caitlin, you are first. And I do go in order. And if you did share and you comment that you shared, let me know if I miss you. I don't mean to miss anybody. But sometimes when I'm trying to read the comments and I get to talking, I can miss things. Caitlin, the wheel. So the wheel, so it's Wheel of Fortune. Everything's always moving in a balance. So there's the light and the dark, and it means like good things are coming up. So if things have been kind of a little bit shaky, a little bit iffy, you just gotta wait for that to turn around, right? And you see she's kind of doing, kind of looks like tree pose with arms down. It looks like she's kind of having fun with it, right? And if you look here, she's got the dice, which is like good luck, right? So better things are coming. Just try and stick through it, and we'll get you the affirmation. Perfect. I allow the transformative energies of fate to help me expand my experience. Oh, this comes with it. This comes with the deck, Jamie. If you order it from Hay House, I know some places that have decks, like Wish or AliExpress, don't always have the books. I ordered this from Hay House, so it will come with the book. Jamie, I love this deck. I did not like it when I first saw it. I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was real like Love and Light and like hippie flu. But then I saw some live readings with it and I was like, that is awesome. So, and I really resonated with it. Like as much as I was like, as soon as I got it, I resonated with it right away. And Hay House has been running some really good specials too. Okay, sure, Megan. For this particular broadcast, all that we ask is that you do share the broadcast out. What that does is it helps grow Three of Cups. Okay, and I am sorry about that. My condolences, and I will get you on the list. Just make sure you comment #shared. Monica, you are next. Monica, Queen of Pentacles. So again, this is where diversity really knocks me on my ass in this deck. I love this Queen of Pentacles. It's probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. She just has just the bearing of a queen, right? Nurturing. Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. She is comforting. I kind of see her as, I got you, Adrian. I see this Queen of Pentacles as like love and light, but take no shit, right? So she is there. She is going to provide you with what you need, up to and including a kick in the ass if you're being dumb. Just straight up. Okay, so that is for Monica. And I love like the eyeshadow. I just love that card. So the message for the Queen of Pentacles is, I enjoy my deeply connected life, and I lead it with an outpouring of warmth, abundance, and love. And that's just a wonderful message to go along with the Queen of Pentacles. Awesome. Megan, thank you very much. Oh, can you hear him, Alex? Yeah, if you can hear that yelling in the background, that is my Doodles. That is my cat. It is, apparently, he's never eaten before and probably starving. All right, Tina, you are next. Monica, you got it. Tina, Six of Cups. Really been doing a lot of reflecting and thinking about kind of how things were, how you would like them to be, and how you thought they might be. And none of those things are really at all what you thought. But you still have a dog to cuddle, so that's cool. So again, Tina, Six of Cups. And I think we've talked about this card before, actually, you and I. So the affirmation is, I am at peace with my past. It has brought me where I'm meant to be. Crystal, yes. So I do free readings here. Awesome. Thanks, Jamie. Yes, he is definitely. I am starving this poor cat. Let me tell you. Skin and bones. He's not, by the way. Adrian, you are next. Adrian, Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, when we get to the fives, you're going to see that fives are always difficult. Fives are kind of like a table flip, right? You have this nice journey going along in the suit, and then the fives come along and knock it all over. So Five of Pentacles is feeling left out. And right now, like what I'm getting is you kind of have this feeling of you don't have what you think you should have. And you're kind of in the like torn in between getting wrapped up in those feelings of almost like victimhood, or going out and really changing that, grabbing that key, putting it in the lock, and going out the door. So you can sit here and really just dwell in it and like really just or you can pick up the key, put it in the lock, and move forward. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you, Adrian. So it's really about deciding where you're going to spend your time. So the affirmation here, Adrian, is doors that activate magical opportunities are always opening for me. So you just got to open that door and you just got to go for it. You just got to move. All right, Alex, you are next. Alex, you got Three of Pentacles. So we just had a little chat about that. So Three of Pentacles, who are you kind of leaning on, talking to, asking for help right now? You know, who's in your little like, yeah. So, you know, really kind of asking for help and expanding that circle. You're welcome, Adrian. I am going to put my my link down here. I'm going to put my link for Divination Station, my page, in this comments thread. There we go. If you haven't liked my page yet, it would be awesome if you did. Also like Three of Cups Divine Arts, so you can see everybody that goes live. And if you like my page, you're going to see like specials that I have when I post cards, anything like that. Okay, so Alex, Three of Pentacles. So your affirmation is, ooh, I step into the vibration of conscious collaboration. Yes. Michelle, I'm doing one card pulls from the Light Seers, and to get a card, I just ask that you share the broadcast out and comment #shared. I did not, Erica. You are next. So perfect timing to kind of like zone back into reality. I did a lot of spacing out yesterday. I understand. Erica, the Magician. And I think I remember you getting this and getting like the High Priestess and getting all of these like big cards. So Erica, this is for you. The Magician. Manifesting, creating, pulling everything in that you want. Yep, Michelle, I do go in order. So you are on the list. So the Magician, card number 1. Yep, I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. Okay, so that is for Erica. So keep going with your magic. So do you feel that it's happening, Crystal? Not Crystal. I got you, Crystal. Erica, do you feel that it's happening for you? I hope so. And I think if you keep getting it, I think that that's just more like confirmation that it is happening and what you're doing is the right thing. If you keep if it keeps coming up for you, it means that you're on the right track, and just keep doing it. Just keep going. Oh, yeah, awesome. That's because you're definitely doing it. All right. All right, Katie, you are next. No, Jamie. A couple people ahead of you. And I love that you went and ordered cards before I was even done reading. I freaking love it. Ooh, Katie, Queen of Cups. All the water, all the feels. And she's really like, I feel like this Queen of Cups is really like leaning into it and really feeling the like intuitive vibes. Like it's really reminiscent of the like High Priestess in this deck, I think. And her eyes are closed, so it's almost like she's not taking in the visuals and she's just feeling. There's nothing else clouding that. So it's really just feeling. And allowing yourself to feel and allowing those emotions to come in. Crystal, these readings are free. Nina, nope. I don't sell them. They're actually for sale on Hay House. 15, 20 bucks, depending on if they're on sale or not there. Okay, and Katie, the affirmation here is, my intuitive heart only expresses deep love. So that's, exactly it. That's really all that's going on in that card. Okay, and that's for Katie. Natalie, you're next. Tina, you got 6 of swords. You got 6 of cups, babe. Tina, if you go in and watch the replay, you are the 3rd one in, and I did pull 6 of cups for you. And you can message me later if you want to chat about it. But I got you. You're welcome. All right, Natalie, you are next. King of Cups. So where the Queen of Cups that we just saw was kind of like bathed in these emotions, right? King of Cups is a little bit more detached. He's not really interacting with the water like the Queen was. Like, he's there, you know, he's a little, he's in tune. He's got his like hand in it. He's got his finger in it. He's like just a little bit. Hi, Devin. But this is really, he's in touch with emotions, but not necessarily his, and not to express it. He is there to be almost like leaned on, but he doesn't like leaning on anyone else. If that makes sense. Okay, and that was for Natalie. Okay, and the affirmation with that is, my heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. Okay. Leanna, you are next. I have been reading cards for over 20 years. I have been doing it, I've been learning and really deep diving for the past 6 years, and I've been doing this kind of thing for about a year. And I've been doing these live since November. I do have, my page link is up there. Actually, I'm going to pin, can I not do it? I'm going to pin my post, my page, so you can follow me. My page is Divination Station Tarot. And Three of Cups, I go live every Monday on Three of Cups. Okay, Leanna, Four of Cups. Ooh. This is Light Seers Tarot. This is the Light Seers Tarot. So Four of Cups is like that, is like her face, right? She's like, yeah, I have these cups. Yeah, there's like rainbows coming out of them, but it's like, I don't know, it's whatever. She's kind of apathetic to what she has. You know, she has these ones just kind of tossed aside. And she's really not paying attention to what she could have here. You know, and it's not like she's ignoring them. She's just kind of wrapped up in her own thoughts, and it's coming across as apathy to like everyone around her. She may or may not actually be apathetic, but that's how it comes across. And, you know, she's actually missing out on some happiness there. Megan, I try. And that's going in order is really what's worked for me best. Okay, so Four of Cups is, I see fullness and richness. I see the fullness and richness of my life. Don't ignore that cup. Don't ignore that vessel. Oh, big yawn. My other cat just did a big yawn. And as a cat owner, you are contractually obligated to tell them how big their yawn was or their stretch. You just have to. Jamie, you are next. Jamie, Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords just kind of gets an idea and goes and does it, and doesn't really think too much on it sometimes. They just go. So So that's kind of you right now, right? You kind of see an opportunity and you're going to run and go get for it. You're going to run and go get it. And that's fantastic. Like case in point, you went and ordered the deck in the middle of the broadcast. That's 100% Knight of Swords energy right there. Boom. So kind of moving towards that in a very, very quickly, okay? So, Jamie, the affirmation is, I move quickly to help others, and as I do, my dream expands. So, yeah, I'm really seeing that that resonates for me, for you. So I hope it resonates for you, All right. And you can always watch the replay too. If you do, hashtag replay. If you have any comments going through, feel free, and I will get them. Caitlin, you are next. I know. Caitlin the Hermit. Okay. So really getting into some deep thought, spending some time alone. But what that ends up doing is you end up being a beacon for others, okay, with kind of what's going on in your head. So as you are kind of sitting up here alone, what you're doing is actually processing through and putting that light out for others. You're a beacon for others. The Hermit is also Virgo energy. Virgo energy can feel very constricted, okay? Very, no, Jana, what I do is, if you share the broadcast, just hashtag shared and you get a card. What I do for the first half is I actually do tarot lessons. So I go through kind of talking about the tarot. So today was the threes, so I talked about all of the threes in all the suits and a few different decks. Crystal, right now my readings are $35 for half an hour and $45 for an hour. Okay, they're at a reduced rate because most of the readings that I'm doing right now are distance readings. So Caitlin and the Hermits. Caitlin and the Hermits. Okay. Inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide. Show me my brightest light so that I may see with all my heart. Okay. And that is for Caitlin. All right, got you, Devin. All right, Megan, and then Crystal. Okay, Megan, Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is feeling trapped and feeling bound and feeling threatened. But it is generally a perceived danger and not necessarily real and true. And that doesn't make it not real, okay? So think of like anxiety or stress or something like that. So you are right now being held by your thoughts. And, you know, based on, you know, the reading and the message that you were looking for, I can understand that, because right now you are very, very in your own head and very in your own thoughts. Lindsay, I do have you. So Megan, this is Eight of Swords. So really, you know, kind of look at how you can kind of loosen up. Be kind to yourself. And really, like, treat yourself the way that you would treat others. You know, not the way, like, be as kind to yourself as you are others, and really lean into that, okay? All right, Crystal, you are next. And again, I did post my Divination Station Tarot link. If you have not liked my page, I would 100% appreciate it if you did. You're going to see all sorts of stuff from there, like card pulls or different offers that I have, anything like that. Okay, and Megan, for Eight of Swords, the affirmation is, I am free to choose my healing and my light. Okay, that is for Megan. Next up is Crystal. Crystal is King of Swords. Kind of cool. So King of Swords. He kind of reminds me of that, like, man of the mountain kind of thing. He's there. He's communing with all of the, like, so swords are air. Okay, they're air. There are thoughts. It's wisdom. And he's definitely there, right? He's got the owl. There's the crow. There's the bat. So very, very logical. Really looking forward, looking ahead. I mean, with logic and wisdom and clear thought. Very, like, diplomatic and rational. Like, he's gonna make decisions, but he's not gonna make it he's not gonna make a rash decision, okay? And that is for Crystal. Okay. I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. So that makes sense. Next up is Nina. Nina, Ace of Pentacles. So aces I touched on briefly earlier. Aces are that pure energy of the suit. The Ace of Pentacles is that pure energy of the suit of Pentacles. So Pentacles are earthy. Pentacles are material. It's things we can touch. So here, this is the seed. This is the germination of that idea. Awesome. I love it, Crystal. Perfect. Let me go ahead and see if I can tag it in the comments here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I just pinned the link to my page on the top of the comments, so you can grab it and you can like it. Make it a little bit easier for everybody. So again, Nina, that germination of that idea, how are you going to, can be a new job, making money off a hobby. It can be growing a garden. So right now, you have it like in your hand, right? And you are really like putting your energy into growing that. It can be like the next financial step of your business. If that resonates, there's something having to do with that is what's coming through. Sometimes it's gardening. Sometimes it's actually getting in the earth. Jennifer, we are live. And the affirmation with that is, I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. All right, Michelle, you are next. Jennifer, I don't know that I have you down as sharing. Did you want a card? All right, Michelle. Ooh, 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords, and I just got a little bit of like image of like Aurora Borealis, but there's also, if you look kind of closely down there, there's like an image of a headboard behind her. And if you're familiar, perfect. I got you, Jennifer. Sorry about that. Oh, heck yeah. Awesome. That's perfect then, Nina. Michelle. Oh, what's on my chain? This is a, it's from Folklore Jewelry. So it's a cherry blossom with a pink sapphire and a little moon carved. Yeah. Michelle, 9 of Swords. Stress, overwhelm, trouble sleeping. Things kind of like tapping into your brain as you're trying to sleep. So much going on. Really try to sort that out before you go to bed, and you'll have a better, sort out what's true. No, you're fine, Jennifer. I got you. You're good. You're fine. I got you. Yep. Jana, I got you. You're on my list. So 9 of Swords for Michelle. Okay, so it's fear and illusion and anxiety. So the affirmation is, I see my fears and illusions for what they are. So once you see them for what they are, you can manage them and kind of put them to bed, right? All right, Lindsay, you are next. Lindsay, 5 of Pentacles for you. So 5 of Pentacles, again, is that kind of card of feeling like you're on the other side, feeling left out. And the affirmation here is that opportunities are behind that door. So right now, I can understand that would be nerve-wracking. I can understand that. But really, Michelle, write down a list of what your fears are and how you can manage that, right? And instead of the like what's the worst that could happen, do the what's the best that could happen. Okay? It's a good trick that I really like for managing like stress and anxiety. So Lindsay, 5 of Pentacles. You're really feeling like you don't have what you used to, but your situation isn't what it used to be, okay? And you can work on turning that around by, you know, seeing those opportunities where they come and really going for them. And that's affirmation is doors that activate magical opportunities are always opening for me. So really keep an eye out and don't like sell yourself short about what those opportunities are. Really open your mind as to what they can be, and more will come. All right, Jennifer, you are next. Jennifer, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, it's burden. It's overwhelm. It's really trying to do kind of way too much. It's like you've overpacked. Yeah. It's like you've kind of overpacked and you don't have enough room, so you're kind of just trying to drag it all. And you've come a long way. Like you've come all the way down here with all of this. You're going to have to rest soon. I know. But with that is you have to give yourself an opportunity to rest and relax. You can't just push through things all the time. You have to relax. Do some self-care. Really listen to your body before it forces you to do something. Okay? And we need that warning sometimes, right? We need that. Hi. You know, we need that little reminder sometimes to take care of ourselves. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're getting yelly now. So take it as a message, you know, take it as a warning. Really, you know, kind of chill out. Take a break. So the affirmation for you is, I release my burden into the ethers, knowing the universe will help me tend to the essentials. Okay? So whatever you feel like you have to do, and that is so, so, so important to do right now on top of every other thing that you have to do right now, you probably don't. You can put something down. All right, Devin, you are next. And Jennifer, if it's any consolation, for like 6 months straight, I will get 10 of Wands like every other day. I still had no chill, but I kept getting the card. All right, Devin, you are next. Ooh, Devin, High Priestess. So if you remember the Queen of Cups that I showed earlier, this is like, that's what reminded me of her, right? So she is in that meditative stance. She has the moon and spirit coming into her crown chakra. Her third eye is illuminated. She is pure intuition. I am going to close my list because it's getting late. And I love y'all. And I thank you very much for sharing and bringing people to me. But I got to call it after what's on my list here. And here, you know, she kind of has like all of this wonderful like spirit like swirling around her, right? So Devin, High Priestess, you know, make sure you're really, you know, meditating, tapping into that meditative space, and Wow, really like letting it expand your mind came through. So careful with that. Make sure you're grounding too, though, because I can really see you going like and really getting up there. Olivia, you are next. All right, and then I have Jana and Meg after Olivia. Knight of Pentacles. Olivia, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is it's a very slow and steady. Oh my God. Yes. So Devin, keep doing that. But again, make sure you are kind of like coming back down afterwards. Like, don't leave yourself open and then going out, because you're just going to bring in literally everybody's energy. So make sure you kind of ground, protect, and close off when you're done. Olivia, Knight of Pentacles is that kind of slow and steady energy. It's very practical, okay? And you can kind of see, just got bare feet, just kind of taking a walk with his horse and really walking through the fields, and everything is kind of in its place. So what I'm getting for you with this is, you know, keep your eye on the prize. You know, you don't have to rush to the finish line. No one's actually racing you. So just take your time, and it's going to happen. You're going to get there. You don't have to run. You know, conserve your energy, and you'll be good. You'll get there. So the affirmation is, seed by seed, I plant my future with my rock-steady foundation of faith. Yeah, Epsom salt shower, grounding oils. I also suggest either hematite or black tourmaline or even black onyx. Okay, any of those stones to really kind of ground you and keep you in touch with that. Definitely Epsom salts or Himalayan salts, anything like that. All right, Jana, you are next. Jana, Ace of Pentacles for you. So what I'm actually getting with you for this in particular, Jana, is it's like really in that very, very beginning stages of growth for you. So you have, you know, this seed of an idea that's going to, a little bit down the line, you're going to get that payoff, okay? It's starting, you put the energy in, and now it's turning into something else, okay? It's turning into more of an idea, but it's going to take a little bit more cultivation. It's just starting for you. So you have a lot more like tending to do to it. And again, so I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. So right now, you're at intention is what I'm getting, okay? You're here, and it's your intention to grow this into a big, beautiful bouquet of pentacles. It's going to take your focus, okay? Not just the intention. It's going to take constant work on your part to get that to where you want it to be. It's not going to happen overnight. So you've started it off, you know, with your intention, and now it kind of has to take your focus for a while, and then it will pay off. All right, and I want to thank you all for joining me. I am live every Monday at 8 p.m. on 3 of Cups Divine Arts. What I'm doing is I'm going through the minors right now, and I am going through Vicinta. I did actually close my list, and signing off at 9:30. I have one more to do, and that's claimed. So I do apologize, but I have to call it at 9:30. So on Three of Cups, you can catch me every Monday. Next week, we're going to look at the fours. Okay, we're going to look at the number 4 and what fours mean in numerology, what they mean in tarot for each of the suits. So we look at the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is this one. So we'll go through each of them in there. We go through the Tarot de Marseille, the Thoth deck, and an additional deck. So you're going to go through a really detailed tarot lesson. Then I'll do a deck walkthrough of the 4th deck that I used. And then I do some readings. And I talk about Three of Cups, and I talk about Divination Station, and I talk about Rising Goddess throughout. So that's what you'll get. So definitely follow me, Divination Station Tarot. I pinned the comment up there, follow Three of Cups, and you can get notified whenever anybody from Three of Cups goes live. There's readers, there's mythical journeys, which is, I believe, next time looking at the difference between energy and spirit. So that's with Bridget. Yeah, and I think I'm done with that, and we'll get Meg her card. And then I'll go feed my cats, and we'll call it a night. Thank you again. Oh, Meg, 7 of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles, lots of growth, lots of nurturing. So remember that ace we just saw, right? And we're talking about growing that into a wonderful, beautiful pentacle plant. So this is several stages in the pentacle journey, right? So we get here. And he has put that attention, that focus into his plants. And now it's coming up. But, you know, he's kind of thinking about all of them and seeing what's coming up. 7s are, yes, I did a card for Olivia. Yep, she had Knight of Pentacles. And you can always catch the replay, watch the replay, and you can catch them all. So 7 of Pentacles, Meg, is really about looking at where you're putting your resources. What are you focusing on now? Are you focusing on the right thing? Is the right thing coming up? Is it too late? No, it's never too late, but you might need to course correct, okay? So again, that is for Meg, 7 of Pentacles. And the affirmation for 7 of Pentacles is, as I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. So it's all there, and it's all coming up, and having faith and gratitude. And I, again, thank you all very much, and join me next week, and we'll go over the 4s. Oh, Lindsay, thank you for sharing to her. Jana, go ahead, like my page, like Three of Cups. Find me next week. Okay. Good night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I'll see you next week.